What up, y'all? It's Jenna Vowels, and we back at it again. Oh my God, it's been so long. It's been so long. But we back. I am your host, Iron Letter, and back again with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, TJ.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So, we're back with, episode 7 now. It's been too long since we've done something, hasn't it?
Yeah, some personal issues.
We've all had some personal stuff going on. Unfortunately, me and TJ haven't been able to, connect as much because I've been out, due to injury. I'll talk about that later. And, we no longer work at the same location, so it's been harder for us to, meet up and stuff. But we're going to try and figure a couple things out so we can get these going more often. But hopefully in the next, 2 weeks, I think? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be at Anime North.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing some recording down there. I'll be having a spot down at Anime North, so we're going to be able to meet up and do a couple recordings, and hopefully we'll, get a couple guests to come through and do some stuff with us.
Especially you cosplay ladies out there, Especially you black people, too.
Yeah.
Got you.
Anybody who's big up in the cosplay industry or big up in anime, we'd love to have you guys come through. Even, artists that are doing their own mangas and stuff, we'd love to have you guys come through.
Yeah.
And, just talk to us. But we will be there on site doing our thing. So we'll try and holler at anybody who's interested and wants to get involved.
Speaking about that, you need to get some business cards, man.
Yeah, we will be, putting together some business cards to be handing out. We're going to be putting up a new Facebook page. I know I have this little page on Facebook right now, but it's not really where I want it to be, what I want it to look like. So we're going to be actually building an actual Facebook page where we'll be putting up all of our information, all of our podcasts, so you can see what's going on and, different things that we're doing out in the industry.
Yes, yes.
So today's episodes, it's gonna be like another free for all, seeing that we haven't been able to get everything together. So we're gonna be talking about a couple things. There's gonna be some set things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna be talking about can you actually have family at work? Not just people that you consider your family, but is there actually a family dynamic in the workplace? We're gonna be talking about a couple things about Endgame. I am a huge proprietor of Endgame. TJ thinks it sucks. So, there's a back and forth. There will be some arguments in this area, but, we're going to be talking about that. And for anybody who hasn't watched Endgame, spoilers ahead. And then again, we're going to be catching up, because we haven't seen each other in a long time. We haven't seen each other in a while. So we're just going to catch up on, what's been going on in each other's lives, where our heads are at. Because, as time goes by, you evolve, you think about things differently. So, maybe some of our opinions on different topics that we talked about have changed. But, yeah, we're going to catch up on a couple things. And then we're going to be talking about business, like different aspects of business, how to, for those who want to get more into business, different things about like how you think about it, how you put together your own business, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to be talking about self-growth, like how to, improve yourself as an individual. Because a lot of people you think you need to grow with somebody or have somebody in your life to make yourself better. But the first thing, you can't really love someone until you can love yourself. So you got to figure out what makes you a better person. And then we're going to talk about being a guest, like how to get yourself on the podcast with us. TJ has been doing some other things on his own, so he's had a couple people come through to do the podcast on his end because unfortunately I wasn't able to be there, which I will again explain to you later. But yeah, so we're going to, we'll just take it from there and see where things go. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
All right. So let's talk about family and work. We worked at a place. We worked together at a place that prides itself on being family. We're all family. But
I was waiting for that.
But, we both have seen different things that makes the whole aspect of family like saying of that you're a family, you know, kind of makes it seem not. I don't want to say shady, but I want to say shady. It doesn't seem like it
I'll
makes
see.
sense. It don't. It doesn't seem like it really is accurate. So the main aspect for me is like I just want to know, like, from your opinion, what like what really makes like, because you know it's different when you have like your family,
Yeah.
right? Because like honestly, with black, like, I think what people don't realize is that when black people hear, you know, we treat this business like family, there's a difference of how we look at what family is,
Yeah, 100%.
right? And it's not a matter of like we're saying that, yo, what you're saying is wrong, what you're saying is, you know, that don't make no sense. It's just a matter of like how we look at family and how other people may look at family is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want your opinion. I have mine, but I want to hear you.
They gotta have your back.
Yeah.
If you have any, I want to say personal issues. Let's say like a family member is sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go to your employer like, yo, I don't really have the funds at the moment to help with my family, but do you mind just spreading the word around? Like, I need help. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
because if your foundation is we run this business like a family, so I'm coming to you as a family member, and you don't show that love, or even not even a handout, but not
Mm-hmm.
sending out the words that I told you, like somebody's sick. That's not a family, but
Mm-hmm.
yet somebody else could tell you the same thing, or yeah, I think it was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about experience that I dealt at that job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll say it was like 2 days, or probably 3 days after I spoke up to a manager. Somebody did the same thing, but for that person, it was the next day they did a GoFundMe for him. So I was like, I didn't want to pull no race card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been here longer. The way I looked at it, I was like, I've been here longer than everybody, so of course they'll have my back. I didn't want to make it between a black or a white thing. I was like, it is what it is. But the same sickness that I told her about was the same sickness that this guy was dealing with his. I think it was his wife. Maybe that's why they didn't give me a GoFundMe, because a wife compared to a brother in their eyes is more valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took it on the chin, let it be. But when you do them favors, they love you. But when you ask for a favor, you're the devil. If you work, let's say 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, you're the man. You know, you are the man. But when it comes to labor months and labor's high and you're still doing that, you're the devil. You're costing them money now, and you should be getting the F out of there. But on the flip side, let's just say you work your ass off for years and you do one slip up, they can you. It's not a family a mindset. A family has to work together. That's why I say it's kind of hard to be family with people that you work with. There's some exceptions, like you and I,
Mm-hmm.
and me and you with other people at that job. We still
Mm.
kick it. We consider them family, but with some, or should I say majority of them, it's a no-no. It is what it is. It's all about energy. A lot of these people have fake energy and fake intentions, and then when you're in the pickle, you see the true face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, cause like what you're saying, because I didn't I when you initially started what you were saying, I was like, but hold on, I've seen like, you know, I saw like different emails and stuff go out,
Yeah.
and stuff was saying like, oh, you know, this person's going through this and blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, well, you know, to me, I was like, okay, yeah, that is, you know, kind of family aspect, and then when you're giving me the breakdown from like on a different aspect, like from the flip side, it's like, yeah, That's kind of shady still. That's kind of shit.
Yeah, because like you said, there's been news or emails about other other employees' families and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever seen my name on that shit?
Nah.
Almost, I would say the end of 2018 to the starting of 2019 has been the hardest for me, so far in my life. Been with death after death after death. Uh, Girlfriend broke up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was going through some hard shit, you know, and I confided in the quote unquote HR department for help,
There ain't no HR.
and I didn't get no help, and nobody came to say, sorry for your loss and this and that, or we'll help you out or we'll give you time off. None of that stuff. Even when I told them like, yo, my work is not the same because I have a lot of stuff on my mind. And you know what they did? They fired me. So that's family, right? So it is what it is.
Well, it's family, like that. My feeling on the whole, like I've said my feelings. I said my feelings personally.
Yeah.
Between me and you. But it's like you know what? I'm gonna put this in a general statement. I feel, and I'm not gonna just like try and say on one place, because I've worked other places where they, when they say, like, they don't even say we're family, right?
Yeah.
They don't say that stuff. Actions speak louder than words. Because, like, I find that it's easier to be a family business, like a business that deals with that has a family aspect.
Yeah.
When it's like a smaller place, right? Like I've worked in like tiny kitchens where it's just like literally 7 people that work there, and this isn't like 7 people all the time, but it's just like 7 people that work there. But it's like we all come together, we talk, we whatever, and it's like I felt like the outsider because I was the only black guy that worked there, right?
Yeah.
But they understood that there's certain things that how I look at things differently from how everybody else looks at things, right? And I didn't really have to go into any details or whatever. But they realized it's like, yo, we want to make this work. We want to make everybody feel comfortable. So everybody came together and just try to be, family and work with things. And, man's made that happen. And like even before I worked there, I worked at another place. Shout outs to UFT Faculty Club, where, when I walked in, they're just, okay, so this is how we work. This is how things are, whatever. And once people got to know me and got to know my personality, they were just like, hey, this is like my big brother, this is my little brother, blah blah blah. And we were, we fought, we had our arguments, we had our disagreements, but everybody just kept it within, the family. We kept it within our, nobody ever took anything high up unless there was a serious issue that needed to go to the high ups. Yeah, but we kept everything either within the kitchen or within the front and the back of house staff. We just kept it within our own team, but we all treat each other like we were like group. We were all family. We all chilled out. Like after work, we would chill out, and that's what we would do. We just did it. It was just how we are. But I feel like in any business, when it gets too big, they forget that they forget how to deal with people as individuals, and forget that everybody has their feelings about things.
Yeah. And
it's cool, like, and I'm saying in every business, like once you incorporate your business, like if you have you have a small restaurant, but then when you start making chains and then you start incorporating, you start to forget your family values, the values that you stand by, kind of goes to the wayside because everybody's just thinking about we gotta make sure we make money, we gotta make sure that this happens, we gotta make sure that. And they start forgetting that, the people that you hire underneath you are individuals. They're people. They need to be treated like they matter. And and when you start forgetting those things, you start forgetting that everybody, they're all people. Your family values start to go to the wayside and they start making no sense. And then it's a matter of like the way you treat visible minorities. Like we have a different way. And it's not a matter of like well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not a matter of that you have to treat us differently, right? It's not. We don't want you to treat us differently. We just want you to understand that there's a different mentality on how there's a different way that we look at things.
Yeah.
Right? We look at things that are like when you say something, we take that seriously. So when you say we're family, we have family values, we have a standard that we go by and blah blah blah. We hear that, we take that as like facts. This is what we have to do. Mm-hmm. This is what has to be done, and this is how things are going to be going. And then when we work in that confines, because if you say, yo, if you do this, you do this, you do this, you'll get this success. We work within what you say. But if we do this and do this and do this, and we've been doing it for how long, and we don't see that success coming at the end, we just look at it as like, well, why am I bothering to put all this effort in? Because I'm not getting anything in return. I've been busting my ass. I've been killing myself. Like you're saying, like I've been working, 7 days a week, 14 hours, and I'm getting treated like crap at the end of the day. But then somebody else who comes in is like working like, 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, and is getting praised like they're the Messiah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why am I busting my ass so hard? And then the problem for us is that the minute that we step back from how hard we're working, they notice it.
Oh, guaranteed.
They notice it. And it's automatically like, okay, well, I notice you're not working as hard as you normally do, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's funny how when I work so hard, I don't get any praise for the amount of work that I do. But the minute I take a step back, you're quick to say why am I not working so hard? What's going on? Are you okay? Something bothering you? Blah blah blah. Like,
idiot. It is, man. Like, they only value you when they need you. Like, when I say I made these people millions, I am making these people millions. That's it. Like, it's no hard feelings. Like, if I see them, I see them. It's not gonna be like no bittersweet or don't talk to me, don't touch me. Nah, that's childish. If I see you, what's up? Maybe shake your hand or give you like the brotherly hug and keep it moving. Like, we had nothing to discuss. We don't need to catch up. You got to. I think nowadays people don't value their decisions. Once you press that button, there's no rewinding. You can't rewind time. So your decision is life. You gotta live with it. I think people think, they'll do the hard choices and then let time fly and like, oh, it's all cool, time pass, so he can't be mad or upset. No, you made your choice, or what they always say, you made your bed, now lay in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is. There's no beef. Like, 2019, I'm trying to squash all my beef and bad energy. I'm not trying to have that on my conscience or my soul. If you have a problem with me, we can talk it out. If you don't, that's fine. I don't hate anybody. Simple, man. Like, I have better things to do. Now, for me, I live by the 5x5 rule. If it's not gonna bother me in 5 minutes, it's not gonna bother me in 5 years. And that's it, man.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. 'Cause, like, I'm not trying to, like, you hearing the way I'm speaking is because I'm not trying to.
I know.
I'm not trying to burn. I'm not trying to start fires.
Yeah, I know. You're not trying to be a fireman. I get it.
I'm not trying to start fires because like this is not Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to burn up things. Like I'm speaking in a sense of like I feel like a lot of times that people don't realize until somebody says something.
Yeah.
Because like even for instance, not gonna get into specifics, but like the whole party thing.
Yeah.
The whole party thing. It's like everybody knew, everybody saw it, Everybody saw how messed up the whole situation was, right? Can't really get into it because then you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I had to finally just go and say like, yo, I can't just sit back and just not say anything. And then from me going and saying something to the general manager, all of a sudden you saw that email that went out. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all realize there's something not right.
Even that is still bothering my soul.
Yeah.
Like, there's times like I saved these people's lives. Like, I'm not talking about like save their lives, like literally saved.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And their thanks was just ciao, bye. That's how you tell it wasn't a family environment.
And the problem is that it's loyalty.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that in general. It's like the problem with a lot of corporations, and I don't mean like small businesses. You ever notice that? You ever notice like in general, when you see a small business, right? Like a mom and pop startup business or whatever, or just a small, like in regards to, because we both do culinary, so in regards to restaurants, or in regards to like a small burger place or whatever, there's loyalty because the owner realizes that he needs his employees and whatnot, and the friendships that he builds from like suppliers and whatnot to keep his business going.
Yeah.
Because regardless of like the suppliers know that you need the product and whatever, right? But if you start cutting people like left and right and start being rude to certain people, ain't nobody gonna want to come to nobody's gonna want to come to your restaurant, because if you treat people like shit, like the customers like shit, then they're gonna come, right? If you treat your employees like shit, they're gonna quit. They're not gonna want to work for you, and they're gonna talk bad about you for other people that you want to hire in. So you want to keep it like, you want to keep everybody happy. So you want to do everything possible to keep your business running and keep the people happy. Regardless, like sometimes you're going to piss off of course, like when it comes to family, you're going to piss people off all the time. But you're doing what's best for the business and doing what's best for people to keep them, motivated to stay.
Yeah.
But the problem that I see in a lot of like corporations is that they don't care about the employees. They don't care about the employees. Look, one of the biggest thing I've seen in that business is that the turnover is ridiculous. The turnover in like most corporations and most big money making, restaurants, is that they have there's a turnover in all the restaurants because they don't they need people for the summertime. They treat you great for the summertime, but then when it's dead season, they just start like, whatever. Go about your business. You're fired. Or they find ways of like making you leave.
Oh, 100%.
If they don't outright fire you, they find ways to make you leave. And it's like the reason why they're having so much turnover and whatever is because they don't keep, people on to show them loyalty, to make them want to stay. They don't show their employees the amount of, the respect that they deserve. They don't show them that aspect of like, we appreciate you, so you'll want to stay with us. Now you see that they do like they're doing like little things to show that, but it's only really to just keep you around, right? But it's not really that they're showing everybody that, and it's not even just like us, people of color, but it's just like the employees in general.
Yeah.
You're not showing the employees in general like that aspect of loyalty to make you want to stay, to make you say like, you know what, I want to be here.
What was I gonna say again? I still find it not funny, but amusing that they still creep on me, you know what I'm saying? For better terms. On anything I do. Anything I do on any platform, they be creeping on me. I find it flattering. You know, it's like you let me go, but you're still preying me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
They
an
love you
ex.
and hate you all at the same time.
Yeah, it's like an ex. You know, it's like they let you go, but it's like, damn, he's doing good without me. Should I say what's up, or should I not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why like I find it funny. I find it funny. But yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was saying they love you and hate you all at the same time, man.
yeah. So we gonna talk about Endgame now.
All right, so yeah, we off that because like I'm trying to be like civil.
Yeah,
I'm playing Civil War over here, and you're like, nah, going straight at the jugular.
Life's too short, yo.
Whatever. All right, so we're gonna go into movie news. You know, the biggest movie right now out there is Marvel's Avengers Endgame, and in regards to Infinity War, I thought it was a great lead up, great build up to like what they were doing for with a combination of everything that happened in Marvel, and you're having this Civil War, like having Civil War first, and then you're having the Infinity War, and it's like this whole big build up, and so now they give you the payoff with Marvel's Endgame.
So 10 years in the making.
Yeah, this is like 10 years in the making, and so they give you the payoff with Endgame. And I thought it was like an amazingly done movie. The character development, the showing like where all of our our heroes came from and what they were doing. And I'm just really grateful for the way that they used Captain Marvel because I fucking hated her. I hated Brie Larson. Yo, I'm sorry. I don't like Brie Larson.
She wasn't even in the movie.
That's why I'm happy. I'm so happy.
Like,
she only played like she was like
minutes.
in
5 minutes.
yeah 5 minutes of the whole entire movie. She was only like
5 minutes.
what 3 scenes?
Four.
Yeah, 4 scenes. She was in like showing up to help Tony.
Yeah, in the beginning.
And showed up to go after Thanos.
Yeah.
And then showed up in the hologram.
Yeah.
And then showed up at the end.
Yeah, it's 4.
I was so happy because I'm like, oh, Captain Marvel wasn't even really in this movie. Thank God.
Like, she had no emotion. She had zero emotion.
That's why I hate her.
She has zero emotion. For me,
okay, why did you hate the movie? Let's go into that. Like, why did you hate it?
some plot holes.
Well, yeah.
And I wasn't feeling like they lost. Spoiler alert: you lost 3 of the starting cast at the end. Like, you lose Black Widow. I understand she had to sacrifice herself. I understand that.
I saw that, like, the whole Black Widow thing I saw coming.
You know what I'm saying? And then Cap, he didn't want to come back. He wanted to spend time with Peggy. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you got to kill Tony because Tony, he's the one that started the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take out the 3 starting cast of the Avengers. Just like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. My second beef will be Thor.
Oh, Fat Thor?
Not Fat Thor. like his power scale, alright?
Yeah.
So after the snap, he was depressed, because he could have killed him. But he decided to go for the chest, not the head.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. And Captain Marvel told him, yo, I know where he's at. Alright, we're gonna deal with it. Thor goes, gives him the killing blow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Thanos, he destroyed the Infinity Stones by the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, whatever. It's their movie, whatever. So then he's more depressed now because he has no hope of getting back, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming because he gained weight, he lost his power and strength. I'm only assuming that.
Yeah.
Because I'll say because for my part 5. So part 3 now?
Yeah.
So 3 is why not go back in time before Thanos destroyed the Infinity Stones instead of going all the way back and making an alternate timeline?
Okay, well here's the reason why, right?
Okay.
Because Tony explained it was that they can go back to certain points in time, but they need to know what those things were like. They need to know definitely what was going on at those different points in time, right? So they made a plan so they wouldn't have to deal with Thanos at all. That's the reason why they were trying to do that, because they realized that if they got Thanos post second snap, right, they'd have to get the gauntlet off of Thanos. So the whole reason why they didn't go through that route was that they planned on getting the Infinity Stones without Thanos knowing about it, stop the snap from do their own snap, go back to their present time, do their own snap, because this is after they plan on making sure, because Thanos is already dead during the 5-year period. Yeah. So they were trying to come back to their time, do the snap to bring back everybody, and Thanos would already be dead because they already cut off his head. So that's why they went back in time, get the stones before Thanos even knows about it, then go back to their present time where Thanos is already dead, do their snap, and then put all the stones back where they were supposed to be in history.
Yeah,
to make sure the timeline stays on point.
Like doing a Barry Allen type of thing.
Yeah.
I get that part, right? But it would have been much easier because now it's Thor, Cap, Tony, everybody on a Thanos that is just chilling in his little villa like he's Pablo Escobar, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could have caught the man off guard. And you have Captain Marvel. So you had all the heavy hitters there, right?
Mm-hmm.
My fourth beef, Nebula, right?
I had an issue with Nebula.
So you're telling me...
I had an issue with Nebula.
So you're telling me you had no clue that your system is going to be connected when you go back in time? Like, come on now. like that cheese me. Because
here's my biggest issue with the Nebula thing.
Yeah, go.
Was that Nebula and War Machine had the Pym particles to send them back, right? So instead of Nebula going and telling she could have just, once she realized that, oh no, Thanos knows, she could have just gone back and let them know, yo, Thanos knows, we got to get this done right now.
Yeah.
But instead, she goes to go and tell, what's her face? Go tell Hawkeye and Black Widow, Thanos knows. It's like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand where that came from.
Yeah, especially when the man had the boom tube on her. Why couldn't she just go like, bloop, bloop?
Yeah, just hit the Pym particle and say, yup, I'm out.
Yeah. Wait, you get captured. It's like, come on, Nebula. You have to know that your systems are linked. You had to. And on top of that, why didn't you disconnect yourself in the future? My fifth and last thing. Why was Thanos so OP? Why? When he was fighting Tony and Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, they were busting his ass. They were busting his ass. So he had to retreat. Okay? So then when Thanos was in Wakanda, he had to deal with Tony, Hawk, Bucky, T'Challa. He had to deal with everybody. They were busting his ass. Thor 2. Busting his ass. But now they have Tony, Cap, Thor, front line, and Thor had both the Stormbreaker and his first hammer.
Mjolnir.
And they were getting worked by Thanos.
Okay, well, that's easy to explain.
Okay, explain it, man.
Okay, it's easy to explain. What you were fighting, what they were fighting, because I saw a sporter thing on it because people were asking about it. Like, some people are asking, like, how is it Thor's, like, how is it Thanos was, like, so OP, and before it was, like, so whatever.
Yeah.
Because the first Thanos that they fought was a Thanos who was ready to just say, yo, I'm gonna end everything.
Oh, on top of that, he had the Infinity Stones. can't forget about that. He had the Infinity Stones.
Yes, and in the first one, he didn't have to really work, because he had every time that they did something to him, he used one of the Infinity Stones and changed something. He did use the Infinity Stone and did something. He didn't have to really put in work, right?
Okay.
Right. Each time, like when he first started off, murking them, he already had the Power Stone.
Yeah.
Plus, he had what's it called? He had the Power Stone, and I think he had the Ether.
Yeah.
So he was already OP.
If I say like he
like
was
when
OP.
he started. No, but I say he was OP in the sense of like, look, he didn't even have his minions with him. He was just fighting people and just dealing with them by using the stones. He didn't really fight in the first movie. If you really look at it, he didn't really fight. He used the stones most of the time.
Yeah, that enhanced himself, and he got special powers from the gauntlet and the stones.
Yeah, so he had only 4. He had what's it called? Like I think it was like 5 of the stones when he started off, or 6 of the stones when he started off doing his fighting, or 5 of the stones when he started off doing the fight. In the last one
was visions.
Yeah, the last one was visions. Once he had vision stone, that's where it was just like it was over. Now in this one, he didn't have the gauntlet at all.
Yeah.
Right?
And he was more powerful.
Yeah, because he was a seasoned fighter. Because this isn't Thanos from Infinity War.
It's a younger
This is Thanos from 10 years in the beginning of the Marvel Universe. This is the Thanos where what's it called before Guardians Thanos.
Yeah, because he still has Gamora.
Yeah, because they still had Gamora. So this is before he was part of this is a Thanos right with Guardians. Because remember he said, "I'm gonna send you to go to Ronin." So this is Guardians Thanos.
Yeah.
So this is Thanos before he got before he even went on the hunt for the Infinity Stones. He was going to start beating the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Thanos, right? So once he came in and saw that they were like they already got the stones before him, before he even went on the hunt for the stones, and these guys are bouncing through time taking the stones. He's like, nah, I'm gonna wait till they get all of them, and I'm gonna fuck them all up. So what is the first thing that Thanos did is like, yeah, I was going to just do the snap and let half of the world just survive and be happy, but now I see that's not gonna work. So what I'm going to do is kill everything and start over. So this is a Thanos that is like, I was going to be nice. Because remember, when Thanos went after every world, he only killed half the population and left the other half alive. Mm-hmm. Right? Every world he conquered, he only killed half. But then when he saw that, by me doing this and like letting half the population survive and letting half the universe survive, this is how you guys are going to repay me? Fuck that. That's why this Thanos was OP and just saying, I'm going to murk everything. So, and just because of you, Tony, I'm killing everyone.
I don't care.
Because even look, when he had the gauntlet, before he even got to use the power of the gauntlet, when Captain Marvel came down and started beating she was beating the living hell out of him. Yeah. And how was he able to stop her? He took the Power Stone out, put it in his other hand, and gave her one thump that sent her flying across, and you never saw Captain Marvel again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm trying to say, Wakanda and on the planet Thanos with the gauntlet was getting worked. He was getting worked with the powers. He was getting worked. Now, a younger Thanos, let's just say, younger Thanos has everybody at him at one time, and he's working at everybody without no gauntlet.
Okay, but look at it. He was the Thanos that was on the planet was a Thanos who was complacent, who was just relaxed, who already knew that he already won. He knew he already won, right? He knew that regardless of whatever they did, he already won, because he had majority of the stones. So he was like, I don't care about any of you. Even though that when they were batting him up and whatever, he's just like, yeah, whatever. Because look, what was one of the lines that Thanos said in the movie? When everyone beating him up, batting him up, Tony Stark comes and gives him one slice across the face, and he's like, all of this for a drop of blood. Thanos knew he won. He's like, you guys put all this work and all this effort, and all you got from me was one drop of blood. Good on you. Good job, guys. I'm gonna deal with all of your cases.
Yeah.
And in Infinity, in the End Game, Thanos they had the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Thanos didn't have it.
I'm trying to say.
So all of his work, the reason why he was OP and so enraged, is because in the original movie he already had the gauntlet. He had the gauntlet, and he already had stones in it. In this one, he had nothing. So he's pissed because in his timeline they took all of the stones already. All the stones are taken out of the timeline. So even if that like because they're jumping through different times and taking all the stones out. So even if Thanos went to certain points, they're already gone in his timeline. They're already gone from his timeline. So he can't get to any of them. Cuz once they're taken, like especially the Loki taking the Tesseract. Yeah. The Tesseract is gone cuz the Tesseract is gone from in the past. So they can't get to that at all. He can't get to the Tesseract because it's taken out of their timeline, and all the like 3 of the stones are on Earth, and now they've been taken out of the timeline, so he can't get to any of them, regardless. So he's a Thanos who's pissed off,
still don't care,
and has nothing to lose.
Still don't care.
Whatever.
Still don't care. And then I think I had one more. Gripe.
You're talking about my biggest rap was freaking Hulk.
Yes, that was.
I didn't like Hulk. I don't care what anybody has to say. I don't like Hulk.
You guys read the comic, right? So when Hulk and Mr. Banner, I have to call him Mr. Banner, you know, fused together, it's Professor Hulk, right?
Yeah.
It's best of both worlds. OP was smart. This was a jackass.
Yeah.
He did nothing in the whole movie. Zero.
He brought nothing to the movie.
Yes, he brought nothing to the movie. I was like, even in a fight scene, I swear he didn't fight. He just saved he saved Rocket and War Machine.
And War Machine, yeah. And then even War Machine, I was like, what? Hold on. War Machine had no armor, and then all of a sudden War Machine has an armor. Yeah. I'm like, where did this armor come from?
Like, I was like, he didn't fight. Hulk did not fight in the whole movie. The whole movie didn't fight. I was like, yeah.
And I know they put the whole thing in the movie where he, like, spoilers. So, like we were saying, Professor Hulk, when he was when they did the fight scene in the first Avengers, and it's like, yeah, you should maybe you want to go and smash a couple things. It's like, oh, I think this is redundant. Took off his shirt and like, smash, I'm like, I know this is for comic relief, but this is not funny.
Yeah,
this is kind of stupid.
And then at the ending, with them bringing Cap to the past to bring back everything and the hammer, and he comes back, and then it's like, oh, he's not back. But wait, who is that? Who's that? It's like, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. I was like, you know what? There's 2 things I'll give, probably 3 to 4. I'll give the movie. It was a good farewell to Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? To Robert Downey Jr. His legacy will never be touched. If they try to make another Iron Man in the next 10, 20 years, like a reboot, nobody can touch Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. So I'll give him that. They gave the man a good farewell. I'm not feeling Black Widow, but it is what it is.
They are going to do a Black Widow movie.
Yeah, she's going to come back with like probably a prequel to Black Widow. Call it. I was feeling Hawkeye though. He became Ronin in the comics. I was feeling that he was busting ass. I was enjoying that. And Cap giving the shield to Falk. I was feeling that too. Other than that, it was okay movie. Like it gets a pass. I thought it would be more, but it gets a pass.
It's a 3-hour movie. What more did you want?
No, I'm not talking about hours and all that stuff. I'm talking about like more development after the movie. What's gonna happen? But I know they're saying after Endgame, it's gonna go straight to the Spider-Man joint. I want to see now how his life Cause remember, they snap back, right?
Yeah.
So people coming in 5 years into the future.
Yeah.
Show us how is that going to happen instead of showing us a little conversation with Cap and Falk. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us what's going on with the world by them doing the double snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me this stuff. Is what's her name again? Pat, the girl, Iron Man's wife.
Pepper.
Is she gonna be Iron Man now? You know what I'm saying? Like, is she gonna be one of Avengers part time? Like, there's so much unanswered questions. I'm not gonna wait to the next Avengers. We probably find out on Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, they're talking about the multiverse and stuff. Sorry again, spoiler alert. You know.
Well, if you didn't watch it, if you didn't, like, you'll know by the trailer, and you better watch the Endgame to understand what's going on in the trailer.
If they do the multiverse and let's just say they take out a Cap from other multiverse or take out a Tony from Universe, it's gonna do no justice to Endgame. It's like a slap in the face. It'll be cool to take them out from time to time, like a Secret Wars type of thing. That'd be cool. But if you're gonna take them out and have them again as a main cast, in the main Earth, it's a slap in the face, though. Well, I guess we gotta wait another 10+ years to see the fruits of the labor. On that being said, too, I want to see how they're gonna integrate X-Men mutants into this new world.
Oh, well, there was a thing that they said that happened. Like, there was, like, I've been watching a lot of the videos on, like, spoilers and whatever from the Endgame, and there's a theory on how they can introduce mutants, because, okay, so they said that the Infinity Gauntlet, like the whole thing, it gives off gamma radiations, right? So when Thanos did the snap on Earth, it sent out a giant wave of gamma radiations throughout the entire Earth, right? So when they did the snap, and especially when they snapped to bring people back, like everybody that they killed off, by the whole gamma radiations with the snap, them all coming, like, one, they brought them all back, and then two, Tony did another snap to kill all of Thanos' guys. So they brought a whole bunch of people back, and then he did another snap. So he sent off 3 things of gamma radiation throughout the world. So they're saying that, gamma radiation causes mutations. Mutants! Introducing the mutant universe into things.
Kind of waxed, though, but okay, I'll go with you.
Hey, look, man, you just gotta you gotta take your wins with your losses. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta take your wins where you can get them.
Okay. That's it. All I say is okay.
He's like, okay. No, like, but are there things that you liked about Endgame? Because you're like, you have a whole, like, it seems like you have a lot of things you hated about it.
Yeah, like I said, Cap giving the shield to Falk. It was a better choice to give it to Bucky. And if you read the comics, he gives the shield to Falk. The fight scenes were not the lack thereof, but they were fine. I thought since Cap said the Hail Hydra in the elevator, they're going to, if you read the comics now,
I know the whole thing about Cap being a secret agent of Hydra.
I thought they're going to do that in the future, but I guess not, because Cap retired.
Yeah.
But they could do it if they do like a movie just based on Cap's decision on why he stayed.
Like the what if kind of thing.
Yeah, like a what if thing, or because remember when he goes back, he went back. So there's 2 Caps.
Yeah.
One with Peg and one still Avenger and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know he helped them out. He had to. He couldn't just sit back and relax. And if he did, how the hell you get the shield? You just gypped the shield. You know what I'm saying? Like. Anyways, like I said, it's a lot of plot holes. I love that Ant-Man had like a nice, significant role in this movie. Like, it's about time they give the man some credit where it's due, because in the comics, He's a smart guy in the comics. He's almost smarter than Tony in the comics.
Yeah. But you're talking about Hank Pym in the comics.
Yeah.
This is Scott Lang. So Scott Lang is a totally different Ant-Man.
That's true. That's true. You got me there. But at the same time, it was like, yeah, Ant-Man's getting his shine. And he's the one that, if it wasn't for Ant-Man, the idea wouldn't have blossomed still.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony finessed it and made it possible, but Ant-Man was a blueprint.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like Hawkeye becoming Ronin, like in the comics, busting ass everywhere he went, which is fair. Like the man lost his family.
I like the way they introduced the movie.
Yeah,
that made the whole aspect of him becoming Ronin make so much more sense.
Yeah,
and the fact that Natasha was like not trying to hunt him down, but just watching out for him because she knew like what happened to him.
Like the man had to blow some stress. Him killing a lot of the Yakuza. Hey, do what you got to do, man. That and what else was I was feeling? Captain Marvel. She had no airtime. Nah, joking still, but she just too like she came in. Where is he? I'm gonna go kill him. Huh? And it's like, yo, slow your roll. Even Cap had to like kind of sun her a little bit. He goes like, yo, this isn't space. I know that's your beef, but this is Earth. Just relax.
Yeah. It's like, what's the difference? Like, especially when what's his name? When Banner was like, yo, we already got our asses handed to him. What's the difference of us going after him now? And her line is like, you didn't have me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like we were like even in her own movie, she wasn't even putting in that much work.
No.
Like the cockiness, man. I was just like, whatever. And what I liked when Thor had both of his hammers, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, the axe and the hammer.
Yeah.
That was cool. But I thought at the end of the movie he was gonna give the hammer to the Valkyrie, because now she is running Asgard now. I thought he was gonna give her
the axe.
No, the hammer, but timeline stuff.
Yeah,
and
couldn't.
I know he had to give it back, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to see what he does as a Guardian of the Galaxy. I like how he joined them to see what going on. The other plot hole that I seen was with Gamora.
Oh, that Gamora took off?
Or I don't think, I hope she took off and didn't get snapped because Tony destroyed Thanos' army. Technically, she is part of his army, so I'm hoping she didn't go to dust. I'm hoping, because Quill will go crazy because the man thought he found her. This girl kicks him in the nuts, you know. So hopefully they can reunite, but it'd be awkward because I think because Snap was 5 years. So let's say 10 years. So there's a 10-year gap of knowledge and feelings between them two.
Yeah.
And she has no clue.
Yeah, she has nothing. She knows no information about him.
So it's like, is he going to get the girl at the end of the day? I don't know, man. So, but I want to see what Thor will do with the Guardians. That's it.
I wanted to see Tony with the Guardians. That's what I wanted. But they gave it to us because they had Tony fighting Thanos with the Guardians, with Spider-Man, with fucking what's his face, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, they gave us Tony with the Guardians. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like it's gonna be interesting, and especially like Chris Hemsworth has signed a 2-year deal with Marvel to come back for two more Marvel movies. So, you know, he could be in the next Guardians movie. I think he's probably gonna be in there.
Yeah.
In the next Guardians movie, so that should be interesting. So yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens with that. All right, so moving on from Endgame. So basically, it's like, just talk about what's going on in life. Just catching up on random stuff.
Catching up on sleep, man.
Yeah. You know, I think we're gonna have like good content for like breaking down like how many different episodes, because it's like a lot of stuff going on for both of us. A lot of
Catching
things.
up on some sleep, man. That's the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Catching up some on my health. You know, working them hours and them travel does a lot to your body still. So I was like,
True.
yo, now I'm at a place where I don't need to travel that far for work. I can literally get up my house and walk to work. You know what I'm saying? That saves me on time on TTC. Don't gotta deal with any more buckets on the on the bus for TTC or angry kids or
True.
people just fighting. I don't have to deal with that anymore. Like, I'm blessed. The downside, I don't go to see girls anymore every day, but it is what it is, yo. Um, Sleep, yeah, man. I've been getting some nice sleep. I can't lie. I can't lie. Some nice sleep, but yo, I don't know. Just trying new things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trying new fields, doing something new. I think as humans, we love routine. We hate something that's not routinable. And when we're not in a routine, we start to panic and thinking about the what ifs and shit. Me, nah, man. Like, I love knowing the unknown. Like, if I'm trying something new, I'm gonna dive in that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care how it's gonna be, hours or anything. Something new. It's a new challenge. It's a new thing. My rule when it comes to any job, 4 to 5 years max.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm outie. Because you get stick to the routine. Like, I know people have been in the same job for 20 years, never upgraded, same position. It's like, why are you so comfortable? Why are you not asking for a raise or a new position? I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Nah. Anytime you get comfortable in a job, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Like once you get too complacent, it's time to move on, because you need to be challenged.
Yeah,
You need to
it's
feel
like
challenged in life.
you've been, let's just say you've been a cashier at No Frill. I'm not knocking you for your job. A job's a job regardless.
Yeah.
So you're a cashier at No Frills for 20 years. You didn't want to become a supervisor or even a GM or probably even an owner? Like, or not even ask for a raise? To me, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been trying new things lately, like freelancing. I like it so far. It's different. Learn new things, see new people. Um, the pay is just fluctuates because you're freelancing. It just
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens. Um, I get more freedom now to do my personal business, which I love to do, and try new ventures. Like, I'm trying to do vending machines now. I'm trying to see what's up, but mine's gonna be different because when you go there, every vending machine is the same old shit, the same old chips, the same old chocolate, and the Coke machines, the same old drinks. I'm gonna be different. Like me, I'm always different. With any establishment that I have a vending machine in, you as the consumer slash partner, because I'm using your space, right? So you're considered a partner. I'm gonna give you 5 to 10% commission off of monthly revenue that I get, and plus you pick what treats you want in the vending machine. I'm giving you the freedom, because you know some people, let's say they like Airheads, some people like Skittles, or
Milk duds, stuff like that.
yeah, Milk Duds, some of that. Instead of having Snickers, Twix, Kit Kat, whatever, have something different. Some, like, let's say some Mexican candy or some candy from Japan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like something different. I'm gonna have variety, and then you guys see it and go from there. Especially for drinks too. I'm gonna have some exclusive stuff. Like, I never once seen an Arizona or Calypso drink in a vending machine yet.
I want to see Buster in a thing, man.
You seen Buster? Yeah.
I want to see Buster in
So,
a thing.
and like chubby and stuff. So I'm gonna have that. So
Nah, not chubbies.
this guy, you gotta have chubbies in there. So I'm gonna have stuff like that. I'm gonna be different. On that too, I've been slowly starting my clothing company. I already got like the heat press and the vinyl stuff. Started making shirts soon.
I still want my damn logo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, slowly and surely, like, I'm trying to be self-efficient before I turn 30. Like, I'm tired of. I'm not trying to be racist again. But I'm tired of making the white man money. And like I'm tired of that. I want to make black people money. Like, wherever I go, I promote black businesses. Like, you have to. I've been trying to collaborate with black people, go from there. Even the ones that are stubborn and feisty, like, I'm there for them. Like, doesn't matter if you give me cut eye or kiss your teeth at me, I'm still going to support you regardless. If you don't support me back, that's fine. As long as I did my job and people got the buzz of what you're doing that betters you and the community, I got you. So that's been what I've been doing. Like, I've been
doing your due diligence.
Yeah, like, I've been like a good Samaritan. It's going around different local black businesses, showing my face at meetings, asking for the business cards and shouting them out or handing them out. Just for free, like, free. And then on that too, I think my photography is getting a little bit better, posting up some stuff. Let's go in there, man. Try new things. Next is learning a new language and then go from there.
Cool. For me, well, you know what's been going on with me. So this is basically where I'm going to tell you what the heck's been happening. April 23rd, I went in for surgery because I had to get 2 ingrown toenails removed.
Nasty.
So since that time, I've been off from work. I had some issues in regards to work. I guess that's where a lot of my now bitterness has come from. Might want to, go on a whole rant about that. But I've been off from work, trying to, just heal up and whatever, trying to get myself back into the ability to walk properly and whatnot. Aside from that, did the whole watch Endgame. I took my ass up and went and watched it. Someone didn't like it, but I did. Right now a couple of my boys have been, one of my boys has been talking to me about, going into the booth and doing some singing. I told him that, I need somebody, produce some music and ability to so I can record. And so, recently told me about somebody who's looking for, artists to do some stuff with. So you might hear some tunes from me again.
Okay.
Which would be nice to, get back in the studio and do something. So, that's hopefully going to be happening by the beginning of summer. I'll be back in the booth and doing some things. And yeah, that's just pretty much what's on my mind right now. Getting that going. That will in turn, I'll have to start writing again because I haven't written a song in a while. So I'll have to get back on that. And I'm hoping to get this stupid this story going again, the short story that I was writing. I'm hoping to get back on that. Our mutual friend, who's no, not that mutual friend, not that one. Our mutual friend who's in Ottawa doing the play The Color Purple.
Okay.
Yeah, she contacted me. So yeah. She contacted me recently. I saw her on Facebook, so I just like, hey, what's up? And it's like, yo, she contacted me. We've been talking, and yeah, she's doing well. She's doing a play The Color Purple down in Ottawa right now.
Okay.
So she's doing well. She's not surprised about a lot of things that are going on.
Yo.
She's not surprised about a lot of things that are going on. So it's like, okay. But yeah, I'm just like, hopefully I'm gonna be getting in contact with her because I wrote a play, so I'm hoping that she'll get a chance to read it. I know she's doing her thing, so
yeah,
I'm hoping she'll get a chance to read that.
Chocolate Sister.
Yeah. So like one of the main things I really would love to do before I hit 40 is the play that I wrote. Like I wanna get it on stage. Like even if it's a small stage to do something.
Yeah.
I want to just put it out there on stage just to say, like, you know what, I did it. Regardless of whatever happens, I just want to say that I did it. So, you know, something of my work was out there. So that's really, you know, what I'm trying to get done. So it's a matter of like making some money, making some stuff, making some movements and connections on my end to get certain things going. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
The funny thing you mentioned about singing, I was on the radio. What's today? See, the sleep is so good. I forget what day it is. I think today's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday.
I was on the radio on Monday. So, radio called Unity FM.
Mm-hmm.
It's black owned.
Yeah.
It's talking about black entrepreneurs, what you do in the community, just getting your voice out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, since you're my boy, you know, I shouted you out. Like, yo, I know a guy, you know, singer, songwriter, but he gets no love in Toronto. So I shout you out. Show him a little snippet of your work on IG, you know, Iron Letter. And you're like, oh, okay, all right. We'll love to have him come by. So just stay tuned to your DMs.
Okay.
You may be getting a little shout out to do a little interview.
Okay. All right.
And go from there. You know what I'm saying? I support my own.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good. That'll be cool. Still love that. All right. So on to the next thing. Want to talk about a little bit more about business. Like we talked about business aspects in regards to family, but like business in regards to like, you know, making your business successful. And I know we talked about that before, like how to succeed in like building your business, like the best way of succeeding to build your business.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that we need to talk about is success in building your business when it comes to the community, like having people come to your business. Best way of getting people to like attracted into your business.
Yeah.
And also sustainability, like having your clientele that you work with to make people want to stay, that who, you know, are working with you. Mm-hmm. How to make them feel like they are a part of the business and they want to, you know, stay with you to help you grow. Because like, of course you want to make sure that you want to have your employees stay with you, but you also want them to feel like, you know, they can, when it's time for them to leave, when they're ready to like grow on their own, you're not gonna hold them back. But you want them to feel like, you know, stay with me. Let's build this and whatever, and let's move this going. But also, you know, when you're ready, I'm gonna be there to help you to like do what you want to do and like give you that freedom to do your own thing. Because I think that's one of the major problems that, you know, for both of us, that we see that there's a give and a fakeness on the aspect of doing your own thing. Like there's a thing of like, you can do your own thing as long as it doesn't interfere with what we're doing.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. So like for instance, like okay, let's not use that. let's say for instance,
just gonna say it's Photoshop.
Let's say for instance you have a place that deals with photography, right?
Yeah.
They want you. You can have your own business if you're doing stuff like, oh, you're doing food, or you're built, you know, furbishing cars or whatever.
Yeah. But
you're gonna do a side gig of doing your own photography? Nah. You work for us. You can't be doing photography on the side when you're our photographer working for us. So it's like, you know, giving people that, you know, like talk about that, like how, like having that whole, you can do your outside thing. 'Cause I feel that you need to, you know.
Okay, so your first point with having employees, I can't really answer that because I'm self-employed. I do things on my own, but I do ask for help. Let's say they have no catering event. I have people helping me serving or helping me cook.
Yeah.
I don't consider you an employee. Like, this is our partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, other than that, I do everything by myself. It's not that I have trust issues. I don't have trust issues. It's just that I don't have trust issues, man. I don't have trust issues. My problem is, are you going to work as hard as that I am? Because if you're not, then don't bother. I want somebody that doesn't work hard as me or harder than me.
Yeah.
If you're not, don't waste my time and don't waste your time. So that's why I prefer doing stuff by myself. Um, Now, with your second question, with let's just say I work in a culinary field and I do culinary side and people get hurt. So what? At the end of the day, when I leave your premises, I'm me. If you get mad on the plates or the concept that I have, that's you. Because there's nothing, if you do have a contract with them, there it says nothing about me doing my stuff on the side. Stuff on the side is what I do, and I've been doing that before I was an employee for you.
Mm-hmm.
People, if your employer gets mad at his employee or her employee, what they do outside of work, is jealousy, because in their mind is like, shoot, he has or she has a revenue outside of us, so we can't bind them down and threaten their wage when they make money on the side. Two, shit, they have a following, especially in culinary. If you have a following, wherever you go, you're gonna have people flocking to wherever restaurant or event that you're doing. So then in their mind is like, shoot, they're taking money out of our pocket. Three, if let's just say you're not a bitter person and you come to them like, yo, I have a concept idea or I have recipes or ideas that I want to bounce off to you, and they say your ideas are stupid, but yet you say, okay, cool, you use those ideas for your personal and it's popping. Bitter, jealousy, salty, resentment. You're gonna deal with that. My advice is just do it. What they gonna tell you? You can't do it? No. 'Cause at the end of the day, once you punch out, you are a free man.
You're a free agent.
Yeah. On your days off, it's your days off. The company's not paying for your days off. They're not monitoring your days off. They're not checking you on your days off. So you do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. If they get mad, they get mad. So what? That means you better put more stock into me, or I'm gone. For example, you make cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
You infuse some of them with cannabis. I don't want to say weed or whatever,
yeah.
THC or CBD. You infuse it with cannabis, and that's gonna be popping in the next 2-3 years in Toronto. And you're already on the ball. So am I. And if you already come in with that idea, like, hey, I think we should, let's just say, I don't know if you guys still have it on your menu, the coconut cream pie or the carrot cake. Why don't we infuse it with, let's just say, cannabis whipped cream on top or whatever, right?
Mm.
Or infuse it with the carrot shavings. No, let's do that. And they say, no, that's stupid, or no, that's a waste of time. And then you do it on your own, and it's popping. Yo, they can't tell you shit. Yes, they're gonna be mad at you and like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, he thinks he's a chef. Even that word chef. Let me just break that down to you. I know I'm going super left, but that word chef. That word doesn't mean shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People, you don't need it. If you want to get your papers, that's fine. Go do your red seal or your chef exam and get your chef papers or your red seal. That's fine. But nowadays, you don't got to do that stuff. It's all about skill, knowledge, creativity. If you have those three, nobody can talk to you.
Yep.
Majority of these corporate chefs, executive chefs, and these restaurant owners, they didn't go to culinary school. They don't have no chef papers. They don't have a red seal. They probably just have their food handlers and that's it. And majority of them don't even have a food handlers. But yet, they still are considered a chef, pump out amazing food, and the preparation and the presentation is 5 stars. So, be calling a chef and the word chef nowadays is just diluted. Like, when people call me a chef, it's whatever. I don't take it to heart. Like, yeah, I'm a chef. You know, people call me chef or da da da. Or you have to call me chef. I don't care. Taz is fine. At the end of the day, Taz is the one who's gonna make your food, not Chef Taz or Chef Taz. He's gonna make your food. So that title, chef, cook, first cook, second cook, line cook, sous chef, junior, senior, them titles in 2019 don't hold no value whatsoever.
And especially like when you look at for people outside of that, because like, look, they look at you, they'll tell you you're a cook, but then the customer will approach you and like, chef, like nobody really knows what a chef is.
That sounds like a personal experience.
Yeah. Nobody knows what a chef is. Everybody just assumes that you're a chef.
I was trying to say, like, I had job interviews for. I don't care. Like, when I used to work for these people, I was a sous chef, right?
Mm-hmm.
No paperwork. Only have a food handlers. I think level 4 or 3. So level 4 is food preparation as a sous chef and management. Level 3 is just only management. So I have level 4. So I have both. I don't got no chef papers. I don't have a red seal. I didn't go to school for culinary. I just know how to cook. From trial and error, learning, and being apprentice. I learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, when I apply for these corporate chefs, executive chefs, or what's it called, chef de partie, whatever.
Chef de partie, yeah.
And all this stuff. All the requirements is have culinary experience, aka George Brown, red seal, or chef papers. Those 3 stuff I do not have, but my experience speaks volumes. And look, I got all these jobs. So don't make you see something on a resume. I mean, on a job application, you need those 3. 9, no, that's too high. I'll say 7.3 out of 10 times. You don't need those stuff. Your experience and your references speak volumes. That will get you in the door anyways. If you feel like you want to get your red seal after, go ahead and do it. If you want to do your chef papers, go ahead and do it. I'm telling you, from my personal experience, it's not necessary for me at the moment, especially for the stuff that I'm doing. I don't need to have a red seal or chef papers for my own catering company. All I need is a food handlers. So if you want to become a caterer or even like sell little snacks here and there or even edibles, you don't need a chef papers. Just your food handlers and a safe place to prepare your food. You're Gucci.
Yep.
But back to you were saying, who cares if they get mad? If they tell you the only time they have a little say is if you're doing it on their time.
Yeah.
I'll say then they could talk a little bit, but they can't shut you down.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, let's just say you're on their time, just hire assistant. That's what I was doing for us when we used to work together. When they got mad the first time, oh, you guys are posting on company time. Okay, say less. The next day, I got assistant. Yo, at this time, that time, you post on this account. And what did try to do? Oh, you're still working on company time. Nope, I hired assistant. How do we know? How do you know I'm posting? And then we got an awkward silence. Okay, call it a day. And they're not monitoring you. You can easily say, yo, I have an assistant doing my shit. What are they gonna tell you? No, you don't? Or show me facts or show me paperwork? No, because that's a breach of contract, and that's a breach of personal business. They could get sued for that. Just handle your stuff on the side. This is for anybody. If you have a 9 to 5. If you have a 9 to 5 and you want to do your own little catering or make homemade oils or soaps, anything, even edibles, you could do it on the side. Your 9 to 5 can't stop you. Simple. They could hate, they could be jealous, but they can't stop you. They can't.
Oh, I do my edibles on the side, and I'm
Yeah.
very proud of my product.
Yeah, you have to.
All right, so next thing we're gonna talk about is self growth. What makes you a better person? What helps you to elevate yourself? Like making sure that you don't have you're not worried about someone else making you a better person. Like I can say for myself, I'm old. I had a plan. Okay, so I am 37. I had a plan at 35 that I wanted to either be married or with somebody that I consider myself being married to.
Yeah.
Having kids, my own place, yada yada yada. So when I hit 30, I'm like, okay, so I got 5 years to get this plan done. I hit 32. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I made steps and then things fell back.
Yeah.
I hit 34 and I'm just like, I started getting depressed because I'm like, yo, things that I want aren't happening for me. Like things I expected to happen right now aren't happening. When I got 35, I was just miserable. Like honestly, I had a spout where I was pissed. I was pissed at everyone.
Yeah.
From 35 to 36, I was mad. I was not a nice person. Because I was just really mad about everything. Like you met me when I was 36. Mm-hmm. Like I was able to still do my work and do whatever I needed to do, but personally I was pissed.
Banana.
I was vexed.
Banana. Shout out to you, Banana.
Yeah, and once I got halfway through 36, I realized that my biggest problem was not I was so busy worried about having somebody in my life that I felt that I needed someone. Mm-hmm. But then I realized it's not a matter of I need anybody. It's just a matter of I gotta work on the things that I want for myself. Me and you are in two separate places in regards to just not a matter of just age, but different living circumstances.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Because I'm 37, I don't have any kids and whatever, and I have that freedom and ability to just I can just pick up and just leave if I wanted to, right? I can just do whatever. And I didn't really look at it like that. I just looked at it as I want this and I want that and blah blah blah. But then I realized that I gotta look at the positives in regards to certain aspects of my life. Do I want to be living at home? No, of course not. But it's a circumstance, and especially with our economy, that's another thing we gotta talk about. Our economy is I gotta rant on that. But just the fact of our economy right now has just made everything so much harder. To do what you want to do and to be able to build what you want to build and do and have what you want to have, it just made it so much harder. So I've been just looking at improving myself. One aspect of my own self growth is I did the surgery because I've had this problem for a good while. And I hadn't done anything about it and just let it slide. And then finally I was just you know what? I got to just take care of it. Regardless of whatever's happening, I got to take care of me and make sure that I'm good for the future because I'm getting old. Mm-hmm. Right? I want to still be able to walk around. It's now it sucks. I should have done this when I was 30 because I would have been a lot better off. But, I did it now and I'm just trying to deal. And, just looking at life in a positive manner for myself because I might not have people out there who are looking at me and saying that, oh, I might not have females out there looking at me and saying yo, I want to date this guy or I want to be with this guy or whatever. But I have the ability and freedom, and because I'm not really worried about dating anybody and whatever, I'm not really wasting my money on somebody. Yeah. And that's one of the shitty things about dating, especially for guys. Women always think, oh, it's so easy for you. No, it's not. You know how much money that a guy has to throw down on just dating, not going out on dates with the girl that he's with, but prior to finding that person, how much money you're having to shell out until you find that person, right? You gotta be able to financially sustain having maybe 10 girls that you're dating just to find the one that you want to be with. And it's like girls will look at it as like, oh, you're a cheater. You're gonna date like 10 girls. It's like, look, you gotta date multiple people until you find the one that actually makes the most sense.
Man, girls date 10 guys at a time all the time.
Yeah, but they're not having to worry about the financial aspect of that.
100%, yeah.
Right? So we gotta date it's the same way for a female. We gotta date 10 different people just to find the one. And it's like sometimes you might not be able to date 10. You might be just trying to talk to 2 girls just to see which one, because you might not be able to afford 10, so you afford 2 just to say, yo, I'm gonna go out with this one, I'm gonna go out with that one, and it might be just like 2 dates to say, I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm just gonna date this one because I can't afford this. A lot of times it's not even date. You know, that's another thing. A lot of times it's not, guys don't date the girl they want. They date the girl they can afford.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
No, because, okay, look. I know this sounds horrible, right? I know this sounds horrible. This sounds horrible. But guys who have the ability to date, find that person, find the one for them, it's usually like a situation of like, you met her, you fell for her, she fell for you, you just connected. Or you were dating multiple people and then it was like your finances aren't working out, so you date the one that'll like work within the budget that you have.
God damn.
Look, yo, why do you think some of these guys they don't have a car, they live at their mama's house? Like, look at my situation, right? Some girls won't want to date me, but some girls will date me because of like who I am, like my personality.
Yeah, personality.
Yeah, right. And but my finances might not be like, oh my god, he can take me out these places, but he's has such a nice personality. For some guys, you don't have the ability to be able to do all those things, so you date the girl or you talk to the girl who works within the confines of what you have. It's not a matter of like she's the girl. I know this sounds horrible. Just thinking about it sounds so bad. You're not getting the girl that you might have wanted, but you're getting the girl that works within where you want to be, where you're at, and is willing to work with you. And you see her in that. It's not a matter of like you don't like her, you don't love her, or whatever. You grow with her and find that love over time. Because like love doesn't just come overnight. Sometimes it comes over time. But she's willing to work with you and grow with you as a man.
Yeah. Right.
So it's not necessarily like she's the one you were like, oh my god, I want this girl. She's just the one that was like, oh my god, she's willing to deal with my shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know it sounds horrible. But yeah,
that's you.
Not just I'm saying, yeah, I'm not saying me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
for me, I'm different now. I want to say my last relationship opened my eyes still. Like, I think, yeah, open my eyes, man. It showed me my true purpose. It showed me how female truly are in their nature.
Shady. Shady.
Yeah, and it showed me how to treat girls from now on. Like, I never was the one that believed in quote unquote the one or soulmates and shit. That never worked for me. I'm not saying it never worked for me. I'm just saying like that mindset was never for me. It's either you're rocking with me or you don't rock with me. It's either you want to build with me, you don't want to build with me. As simple as that. But I would say that the last one, I'll not say like it hit me hard, like I was crying in the corner and I was listening to Marilyn Manson and shit. No, like it hurt me mentally, not physically or emotionally. I'll say it was more a mental game. I got hurt because you try something new with somebody new. Like I tell people all the time, like I was me, but I was a me that I don't show majority of people in my circle. I was cared a lot, cared about her family, made sure they're set. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was never a pushover. I would say I was too nice. I was there helping her all the time when it came to her family and it came to her nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how hard it is for a single parent. I know how hard it is. Her mom's a single parent. Her sister's a single parent, and she's kind of a single parent too. Like, she takes care of her little brother and sister and a nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that struggle. So there's 3 generations of it. I had to deal with it for 1 generation. Let me show you my support. I had to deal with it too for a little bit. So I was always there for that aspect. But then when shit hit the fan, it's like, and a line that to this day doesn't haunt me, but it's imprinted in my mind. It's like, I don't care how many times you did good stuff for me. It's that the feelings, it will just go. I don't care. I don't care if you've done everything perfect for me. If that one day I feel like I'm done, I am done. And that day happened. And it's like, being a nice guy doesn't work. Being a dickhead doesn't work. Or it does work to a certain degree, and then the girl sees what else. Being a savage doesn't really work. So it's like, what's the point in being in a relationship? What's the point of being married in 2019 going further? Maybe in the 80s and 90s, it was perfect, you know what I'm saying? But with this social media and entitlement, validation, attention toward these females they're getting nowadays, it's triple than it was back in the day. So now they have more options. Like, I seen guys make fake POF and Tinder accounts with girls. To me, in my opinion, they're unattractive, but you'll still see how these thirsty ass men will still contact these girls, right? And these are the unattractive girls, in my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting hundreds of thousands of DMs, messages, and likes. Imagine the girls that are attractive, right? So I was like, about a relationship, I'm just trying to dine and dash and go home. It's that simple. Having a girlfriend in this age or this era, it's kind of pointless. Like you said, like, guys spend all this money and then boom, is either the girl ghosts you or she's on to the next guy that fulfills her needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. So the only money that I'm gonna spend is gas money. That's it.
Yo, have you talked to this girl since we
Hell
haven't talked?
no.
So you bund off
Everything.
So you have so let me get this straight. you last talked to, like, you last saw her, talked to her, was like, what? Was it 2 or 3 months ago?
No, I haven't.
No, I mean, like, how like, has it been 2 or 3 months since you haven't talked to her?
It's been longer than that, man.
So I owe you $50.
It's been longer than that.
So I owe you $50.
Like, I haven't seen her talk to her, since brunch. Since the brunch time, that's it.
Yeah, so it's been, oh, hold on. Since brunch you haven't talked to her? So
That's wild.
no, okay, what was the bet? Was you won't see her?
That's from...
Was that the bet? That you won't see her again?
See or talk to her.
See her, talk to her, because, like, yeah, it was like, and it was like, see her in person or talk to her on the phone. So yeah, you actually stayed up to that because you only talked to her through Instagram, which I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was like, this is pointless.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
It's been a good 4 months, maybe 4 months.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Nah, it's been pointless. So I was like, why am I going to chase somebody that's not even chase? Why am I going to give my attention and time to someone that doesn't want it?
Exactly.
Or why am I going to try when somebody is not showing the same type of mentality towards me?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I going to give my all or my resources and time to somebody that's ungrateful? It is in the day, it's ungratefulness. Like, you put your all into somebody or to something, and then once they say they find a little chink in your armor, it's a wrap. I don't live by the rules. I don't live by the rules. So if that's how the dating game is in 2019, going further, I ain't with that shit.
No, that's the reason why it's like
I'm just gonna just dine and dash, get my points, and go home. Like to this day, like there's girls that I see on the road, even on Tinder. I don't save their number. Come on, what's the point? And they call me like, hey, who's this? So you don't remember me? No, I don't save numbers. It sounds arrogant and cocky, but yo, this is my mindset now. Like, there's no disrespect to my ex, not at all. Like, it's more of a thank you. Like, you really showed me how females go on. Like, you really showed me how I should operate in this life. And to be honest with you, it's been for the better. Like, I've been getting more success after this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after you really show me Wagwan, yo, I've been having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I was like, yo, why was I trying to settle down? Yes, I've been there, done it all. So in my mind, it's like, yo, I'm trying to settle down and have a proper family this time. You know what I'm saying? I already have a kid with somebody else, and that didn't work. I already been a savage or a dog, you want to call it, whatever. But at the end of the day, dogs are the most loyalist creatures on this whole planet. I'm just saying. I've been doing that. I've been doing these, I want to say, oasis parties, you know what I'm saying, from time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there, done that. Like, this is, to the point, it's boring. Like, shit is boring. And nothing excites me. It's boring. So I assumed that finding somebody that you're compatible with, because majority of the times back in the day, I used to deal with people that are not compatible with me, and we learn from us not being compatible. You know what I'm saying? But this time we were 95% compatible, so I thought, hey, maybe this time it'll work. You know what I'm saying? But nope, it was worse than when being with people that are not compatible with me. But I learned a lot, seen a lot, no regrets, a lot of good memories, and that's it. Keep moving.
True.
Keep moving. So now, I'm not saying I'm a savage. I just get my points to go home. Simple.
So you're basically saying that your growth aspect has been from the relationship to being where you're at right now. Like,
Hell
just
yeah.
like dealing with things for yourself and not worrying about somebody else.
Yeah, or catchy feelings and stuff. Like, I remember her last thing was like, it was about IG.
Yeah.
Like, I don't follow her.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. I was like, yo, look, like, this is my rule, and this has been my rule since MSN/T.Wire times. And those are some old times. If I see a future with you, or my intention is to get to know you more than a sexual level, I'm not gonna follow you on social media.
Yeah.
That's just me. Because one, I don't want to see stuff, especially if you're private. That's even better. Because I don't see your pictures that you do and all that stuff. That's fine. I don't want to see something that I don't want to see. I don't want to see you like stuff that I don't want to see, or like kind of hinting, or like subliminal shots. I don't want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
Vice versa. You don't want to see me post stuff with girls semi-naked, or what am I doing with the boys. Because the majority of stuff that I post is like not life-threatening, but
Can make you feel uncomfortable.
yeah, make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like, oh my god, lady does this, whatever, or you see what I like, or this and that. Like,
Yeah, when they look at your feed and whatever,
yeah, you know what I'm
things that you
saying?
like.
I don't want to see that, because when it's our time, it's our time. When it's life outside of us, you have your own life. But when you're around me, you should act a certain way, and vice versa. If I like you in real life, why do I gotta double tap you on the Matrix?
True.
So I try to point across to her, like, yo, like, I've been doing this. I only followed you because at that time I thought I had to like send a friend request to send you a DM. I don't know how private accounts work. The majority of people that I talk to, they're not private. So
Yeah.
I'm lying. what? You know what it is. You did it because we're not together. I was like, no. I did it because you're my girl. I don't follow girlfriends online. Well, we're in a day and age that following your couple is common.
No, it's not. It's stupid.
I was just like, no, that's seeking that's seeking extra attention and extra validation. I had no time for that. If me and you were chilling, we're chilling. Yeah. Simple.
It's the same thing about like putting like your like I can understand like especially when you're on Facebook, like stuff like Facebook. I totally understand when you say that you're like if you put on your status in a relationship, so it's just like, but not necessarily in a relationship with so and so.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only time that you really should like change your status is if you're married.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like I shouldn't have to change my status. It's like I'm in a relationship with so and so, or I'm taken, or blah blah blah. When
it's complicated.
Yeah, it's like when you're saying that your situation has changed, should be I'm married. And you don't have to say you're married. You could put you're married to whoever, because you're not going to be putting anything on your Facebook that should be anything that your significant other should be feeling any ways about.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're married at that point in time. But I feel like with the whole thing with social media, like especially with Instagram, like that was the biggest downfall when in my semi-relationship with so and so and so and so was when like we followed each other on Instagram, which was bad. It was a bad idea because she had a whole bunch of like certain pictures on her Instagram, and I was just like, I didn't care, but I liked some other girl's picture. It was like, how you make me feel certain way? I'm like, what? Hold on, huh? You have guys saying all type of stuff on you. I ain't say nothing. But you're gonna get mad? Like, oh my god. All right.
So like, cause that's all it is. Like, even when let's say a female's private, she has a whole power to pre your page, and she has the right to accept it or not. And once she said that, you can see all of her shit. And then the next line that pissed me off was like, oh, I think you're mad because I didn't post you on my account. What? I don't care if you post me. Like, I don't care if you hide me to the world. Like I'm Drake's kid. Like, I don't care.
You don't care
like,
if you're Adonis.
Yeah, like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm still crushing you. At the end of the day, we're still going on dates. We're still intermingling with family. In my opinion, that's a couple. I don't care about being a couple online.
Yeah.
Even for me, I only post, I think, one picture of her because we went to Nuit Blanche, and she was right beside a picture. So, I mean, alright, I'll post it up. Call it a day. Other than that,
give a shit.
She wasn't on my stories. There wasn't no, those heart stuff like our initials. There was none of that stuff. To the world, I was still single, which should be proper.
Yeah.
I mean, to the Matrix, I was single.
But in your mindset and the way that you treated
her, and in the real life, I'm in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Which is proper, because I'm not gonna be DMing girls because I'm not a predator like that. Was she DMing man? Maybe, maybe not. But I don't care. At the end of the night, I'm doing what I gotta do. But if me being me and me having a chink in my armor turns you off, then that's something that you have to address to yourself. Because if somebody's giving them your all, not even a short period of time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's showing you that they're serious about you, and you're just gonna brush it off because one incident, it tells you a lot about your character still. So I took all that, sat down, I'm like, you know what? This can really help me out still to figure out how female nature truly is. And now to the point, I'm happy, man. Like, I do what I gotta do and go home, bro. It's that simple. No headache. No more sending good morning or good night texts. No more texting how's your day. No more phone calls. No more FaceTime. Like, none of that checking up on you and making sure you're fine type of stuff. For me, that's out the window now. For the rest of my life, that's out the window.
For the rest of your life, for right now.
Rest of my life, man.
For right now.
Dog, I'm not looking for.
Dude, you're 27. Shut the hell up.
I'm not looking for marriage.
Dad.
I got my kid.
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm gonna wait till you hit 30 and you have a wife.
No wife, bro.
I believe you're gonna get married before me.
Nah, maybe an open relationship, but not wife.
Oh my god. All right, whatever, dude. Anyways, going on to the next thing. We're just gonna talk. It's just gonna be a brief one because it's not really anything like topic wise, but like how to get in contact with us, how to get be a part of the show, become a guest on the show, maybe even like call in and do like a voice thing because we got mics. We can voice you in through here. But yeah, basically how to become a guest on the show. You can either contact me or the best person to contact is my boy. But how do what's the best way people to like if they want to become a guest on the show with us?
You could DM us on any platform that we have, like Facebook, all my IGs, your IG, or leave a comment on our YouTube page.
Yeah, you can leave a comment on the YouTube video,
or even if you have our numbers, just WhatsApp, or text us like, hey, I want to be part of the show. I have some topics to talk about. Cool, because the Den of Owls is a place you speak your mind. You can say names if you want. If you don't want, that's fine.
Yeah, you see, like with me, I'm very cautious about what I say because I have reasons. But if any time those reasons go out the door, a whole lot of shit go out.
So, and secondly, it's a place for men to speak because I personally feel like there's no platform or no outreach for men to speak their mind or even speak what's on their heart or talk about their feelings and emotions. I don't think there's nowhere out there that does it. So any guys that have any like even mental issues, even for men, even especially black men, there's no outlet. So I wanted to be like not like the torch or like the go-to person. I just wanted to be that little branch. Like, yo, you have some stuff on your mind, something that's weighing on your chest. Come by, let's talk it out. That's how I really wanted this to pop off. Yeah. Especially in relationships, like. Nowadays, dudes are getting the short end of the sticks. I'm not talking about me personally, but I'm saying in general. A lot of guys are just getting shafted, and they don't know why, what, or what happened. So let's talk about it. I'll tell you my points, where you went wrong, and where you could fix, and vice versa. This is an open community, especially for men. So that is what it is. Females are welcomed. It's not like we don't hate women. Like, even that too. We don't hate women. We love them. We're just not in love with them. Simple.
True. So, right now, we're going to get on to our final thoughts of the day. So, there was a final thought that I brought up earlier on.
No rant?
My little rant that I'll be going into. It all depends. If you want to go first, go first.
I got no rant.
Huh? You got no rant? All right. Here's my final thought of the day. This is my rant. I had a conversation with my mom earlier on today because we were talking about the economy. Like, that's one of the things I was like, just brought up earlier on. Yeah. And I have this theory that I go by. I go by the Eggo waffle theory, right? The Eggo waffle theory goes like this. Back when I was when I was 19 or like a little bit younger.
Okay.
Like Eggo waffles used to be like 99 cents, right? Okay. When it went on sale, it was 99 cents. When it was regular price, it was $1. I think it was like $1.25, right? So if you look at it like 5-10 years later, it's been like it's 2019, so it's like about 10 years later. Like Eggo waffles now for regular price, it's $2.99 or $3.25, and when it goes on sale, it's like $2.50.
Yeah,
right.
For originals,
for the original Eggo waffles, like the 8 pack box.
For the chocolate chip and stuff, it's almost touching $4.
Yeah,
I mean $400.
Yeah.
I mean
$4.
$4, man.
So it's like the price of like, and when I said it was 99 cents, it was like for all Eggos. Like you got your strawberry, your blueberry, your cinnamon toast, because that's the one we got all the time was cinnamon toast. We got that, and it was 99 cents. So we'd be buying like 5 or 6 boxes at a time. Instead of buying the 24, instead of buying the one with the 48 Eggos, you buy like a couple of those and you're good. But now the price has gone so high that you can't. You like if you're buying Eggo waffles, it's like a treat, but it's not even really feel like a treat because it doesn't make any. It's not worth it to buy it. So when I said like our economy has gone to shit, it's like nowadays for a person like myself or a person like yourself to like be able to move out, get your own place, have your car, have your stuff and whatever. Because back in those days, back when I was younger, there were apartments. Yeah. Now you can't find apartments anymore. It's all condos. Anybody who lives in like quote unquote apartments, they're staying there. They're not leaving. They're not leaving till they die because it's like fixed income. Yeah. Right? All the apartments that are still around are fixed income. And now they're trying to kill all those apartments so they can build up condos. You can't really find an apartment anymore. And because it's like that, you're like the only way for you to be able to like live on your own is to not really live on your own. You're living with people to be able to you have to have roommates to be able to have your just your own bedroom and a kitchen where you're not really getting an apartment to yourself. You're not getting to live on your own. You're having to do this with other people. So it's like with our economy, it's like now everything's gone up in price, but things aren't going like but the pay isn't going up to match the price of how everything's gone up. And you see like how they were trying to make the pay gap better, like by raising people's incomes to fit our economy. And now you got El Fuckador who came into power in Ontario and just killed all that off. So like everybody's pretty much screwed because it went up to $15. I think it was like it went up to $15 an hour, and he killed it at that point. So minimum wage is 15. It was supposed to go up to $17 an hour, but he killed it at 15. So it's like we're all fucked. And so my issue is that it's like how are they like how are we doing things for my generation plus the generation that's coming out of schools now? Yeah. Like we're not making life for the younger people. Plus they consider like I hate the fact I thought I was Generation X, and they say no, you're a millennial. I'm like, I don't feel like a millennial because a lot of the stuff that I see the millennials do are like, this is stupid. Like I have my own opinions on that, and I think a lot of that stuff is bullshit. But we're not giving people the ability and the chance to survive and to thrive. It's like you're having to work to be able to sustain these things on your own. You have to be either making $50,000 to $70,000 a year to be able to survive on your own, or working 2 jobs. Yeah. So you're not really getting the ability to like move forward and to make better decisions and make great choices for yourself. You're having to do things that you not necessarily would like want to do. And you're having to basically kill yourself. And that's why you realize that most businesses that have people working there, they're not happy because they're not working. They're not they're living to work. They're not working to live. Yeah. Right? Because working to live means you're just like, okay, you know what? I do my job because I got to pay my bills and whatever. But I'm enjoying my life. But no, right now they're living to work. Like they have to work every single day. They have to do all this stuff just so they can survive. And when they have a day off, it's like, oh my God, I got this day off, but they can't do whatever they need to do because like you're trying to catch up on sleep. You're trying to do this, and you're trying to do that, and so you're miserable. And when you see your paycheck, it's not equaling out. When you're like, it's serious. You see your paycheck, you put in you put in so much work, and then you see your paycheck, and it's like this doesn't balance out to what I did. I don't feel like I'm making what I should be making. It's like I'm working 96 hours, and this is all I got. Yeah,
them taxes and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like even like for myself, like I make $16 an hour and I work 96 hours, and I see it like my paycheck is like 1,500, which is like, oh yeah, that's great. I got 1,500, but I had to work 96 hours just so I can get this. Like I had to kill myself just so I got this. I had to literally murder myself.
That's wild, yo.
Cause like yo, like working at the restaurant, you're working like how many hours plus travel, plus not getting any sleep at night. Cause you like by the time for myself, like I would go work. I'd work all day, so I'd start at 10 o'clock, and if it's on a Friday night, I'm working till like 1 in the morning. Then if I don't get a ride home, I'm taking the bus, and I get home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. If I get home at 3 o'clock, sometimes I get home at 4. Then plus I have to come to work the next day, so I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep. And I have to come back the next day and work a double again, and it's like, oh, get my paycheck, but it's like, yeah, it's like, yo, but you should be happy, you made this money. Yeah, but how many hours did I have to work just to get this? Like, it's not fair. It's not realistic. But then they say, we don't care. We'll give you the hours. We don't care. You can work as much as you want. We'll give you the hours. It's like, yeah, you want me to kill myself. You pay me less so you can get me to work more. And then I'm like, I should be happy. Nah. But I'm not my rant isn't trying to go on like a job like that. It's like all jobs and all aspects. If they pay their employees shit so they can make more money, but then you're not making enough money so that you can survive, because like you can survive, you're making more money so you can survive for like what? Like maybe 5-6 months? But for the rest of the year, you're like scraping by to try your best. And at that point in time, it's like you're having to get another job just so when they start cutting hours, you have to get another job just so you can start making money again. You need to be able to make that same amount of money to survive. And it's like, it's not feasible. And I feel like our government doesn't care because they don't give a shit. Businesses don't care because they're all about making money. They're not about giving money. They're about spending money in regards to aspects to make more money for themselves, but not spending money to give their employees a better living.
Facts.
So they're continuously, spending. They'll spend out $1 million to like on advertisements and this and that and whatever to just like to make themselves look better, but then you look at the employees and it's like they're living a shitty life. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we don't care, you still have to work for us. So yeah, I just feel like there needs to be a change to make things better. There needs to actually, like, these kind of corporations need to actually think of their employees like family members to make it work. Just bringing it right back to the topic at the top, they need to actually treat their employees like family to actually make it work. That's my final thought.
Alright, my final thought. Don't really got one. To be honest with you, it's kind of rare. I will say this: they tried to shut me down.
Oh Lord!
But they couldn't succeed. They tried not to. They didn't pay me out. They thought I'd be struggling. But this is why I always tell you to always have one foot in, one foot out. Have other source of revenue helping you out, just in case stuff like that happens to you. You can use me as an example. Always have a side hustle, always. So when shit hits the fan, you're okay. You're not alright, but you're okay. So when that period that you're okay, you'll find a little job to help you out, or something that you like to do from now on, or something that you always wanted to do but you're scared to leave. Now go ahead and do that. I'm doing all those 3 things that I just said. My problem is I am too loyal. As you can see, I was super loyal to a female that I barely know. I was super loyal to a job that didn't give a shit about me or my family. So when both of them cut the plugs on me, I wasn't like stranded or whatever. I just seen the true nature and how life really is compared to other people, and how people see me. I finally saw that, and that was kind of scary because someone like me that gives their 100% to everything that they do, and you just get dropped for chicanery. It's just, it lets you reevaluate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you figure out like, yo, if that's how it is, let me just take a few steps back on everything that I do that is incorporated with people in my life, whether it's a relationship, work wise. Just do the bare minimum, bare bones. Don't try to be you. And now I'm living my best life, yo. Simple.
That's the best way to be, man. Well, I guess that ends that for this episode 7 of the Den of Owls.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Den of Owls on all forms of social media. And if you want to get in contact with us, you can contact me at IanLetta on Instagram. And you can contact my boy TJ. How can they get at you?
Main account is the Looking Glass 1. And soon we'll be making a Twitter account for Den of Owls as well. Just to give you a little sneak peek of what's on our brain, you know? I think the Twitter game will be much more lucrative for us as of getting followers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little snip pics here and there and here. And also, I have my own YouTube channel. It has nothing to do with podcasts or whatever. It's just me showing you everyday life of me. Whether it's from cooking, my motor vlogs, me and my bike, my photography and videography, and me talking about the duffel bag season. Everybody's always asking, what does that mean? I put a little bit on that on the last segment that I did with my two friends, Nick and Nick, and they are really intrigued about the duffel bag season as well. So you'll see more in that on that type of channel and stuff. But yeah.
Again, we appreciate you guys coming on this ride with us. Please like, share, and subscribe on Den of Owls, and please follow us on all sort of forms of social media. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here with us. And we're gonna sign off today. Again, my name is IanLetta. My boy TJ.
What's up?
All right, see you next time, man. Peace.